What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, we have the 2023 Buescher Castrol Edge Ford Mustang in the studio. Let's go ahead and get it out of the diecast box. And here we go, folks, outside of the diecast box. What an incredible looking car we have in the studio today. The Castrol Edge paint schemes have been fantastic, and this car won Michigan in 2023. I know, it seems like it's been years. It's been technically like a year and a half at the time of this video, but 2023, it feels very close, but yet it feels very far away. Like, time is just fast forwarding. We're already halfway through the 2020s at the time of this video, and yeah. So, I'm late to doing this diecast review, but, you know, better late than never. So, we've got the Castrol Edge logo on the hood. You got Buescher right there. The whole top of the car is wrapped with the white decal. Let me tell you, it's extremely difficult to wrap roof decals where the A-pillars are, where the windows are. Why? Because the gap between the plastic and the actual metal casting is so thin that any little imperfection, if the decal is just, a fraction of a fraction too thick, the decal is going to overlap over the plastic. It's going to be pushed out when they reassemble it. My point is, it is not easy to do. So anytime you see these little decal quirks like that, just know it is next to impossible to get a perfect tight seal. That's how close the plastic is to the metal, on the raw metal to the plastic. You can imagine all the paint and everything on top of it. We got Castrol Edge, as mentioned. Got Ford. Got the front of the diecast here. I love this. The matte black race car. You have the shiny chrome numbers, but you have this green and red gradient with a little bit of white, and it just perfectly just goes to the front of the car. Just absolutely fantastic job. RFK is one of the best in the business in terms of just paint schemes, man. Let me tell you, their race cars, their liveries, they're definitely up there with Trackhouse. And now that they have Kroger on board, I am really intrigued to see what kind of combinations they can come up with. Just look how good this car is, man. The Castrol Edge logo placement, the chrome numbers, the white top of the car, the matte black finish. This is a car that I would drive at a NASCAR video game. Like, if I was just goofing around on a NASCAR video game, which I haven't played a new NASCAR video game in like 5 years, to be honest with you. Maybe when the new iRacing joint comes out, I might. I don't know. Regardless, this is fantastic. So you got Fifth Third Bank right there, Fastenal, Mac Tools, Simeon's, got Goodyear, Cup Series, NASCAR 75th, got Buescher. Hey, they got the Lone Star state logo there. That's pretty cool. I'm a Texan myself, so a lot of love right there for Texas. Hey, if you're from Texas, you'll understand. It's just how it is here, guys. Go to the back end of the car here. We got Castrol Edge. I'm going to try to get a close-up. I apologize for the blur. But you can really see that gradient, man. That just looks so cool. Kind of reminds me of like a brake light fade, you know, like you're creeping up to a red light and the like at night, and the red glow on the back end of a car. It looks really, really cool. I got number 17 right there, RFK Ford. And as mentioned, this car did win Michigan. Unfortunately, the Gold Series edition of that car got canceled. For whatever reason, they did make the Richmond and they made the Daytona versions, but they did not make the Michigan one. I know the Michigan one didn't really have confetti, or at least not much of it, so that might be the obvious answer. But, you know, I like to have a completionist set. Fortunately, the NASCAR Winner Circle line saved it. You could pick it up, and, like, literally, if this car is still in stock at Circle B, go ahead and buy an extra one of these, and then just take the parts off of it, right, and swap it out, you know? You could, you don't have to buy this specific car, but I would recommend, because you would get another RFK Buescher Castrol box, right? Because the window banners are going to already have the race, version prints and stuff like that. So you won't need those, but you could just swap the interior out, and you'll have a cool Gold Series box. And then technically you'll have the Gold Series edition of said paint scheme. Go to the top of the car. Now, again, the white decals are extremely difficult to wrap around the windows. I tell you, the threshold for it is so difficult. You pretty much have to paint the top of the cars to really get a good seal. You know, sometimes they paint that and you don't have to worry about it, but when you do decal wraps, look, I've built customs. Let me tell you, it is so difficult. I legit don't give them any crap for that. That is they did a pretty darn good job, all things considered. Also, check out this little gradient right there. That is actually pretty cool. It's got Castrol edge on the roof of the car. I know the decal's a little bit off. Again, I'm not going to bug about it. I know how difficult that is. And they got Buescher and then Castrol edge once again. So this car would return in 2024, but with a little bit of a do-over. You have the new 2024 Ford Mustang mold, and then you naturally have the new Castrol logo. My point is, the RFK cars are just absolutely fantastic. You don't believe me? I mean, just look at some of the other paint schemes that RFK has had. I'm going to roll this Brad Keselowski car in here. This is the, yeah, it's a companion set. Go ahead and get both of them, guys. I'm sure Circle B still got them. If they don't, I'm sorry, but I mean, just look how cool these RFK cars are. This paint scheme over here on the left, the Fifth Third Bank Ford, yeah, that one Daytona. You can get the clean version and the raced version. The raced version is one of my all-time favorite ones. But my point is that RFK comes up with some of the most amazing paint schemes in the sport. I would put, like, if I had to pick right now at the top of my head, the top 3 teams in the Cup Series as of this video, which is early 2025. I can't even believe we're in 2025 already. I'm just going to throw that out there. It still feels like 2013 to me at this point. Time flies. I would say Trackhouse number 1. I have almost never seen a bad-looking Trackhouse paint scheme. I've seen some that are better than others, but I've never seen a bad Trackhouse paint scheme. Even their test cars look great. So that'd be number 1. Number 2, it's kind of a toss-up because I love a lot of teams, but I still would put probably RFK because almost every single paint scheme I have seen hits. There's a few of them that I would change, but overall, man, they hit. They hit, and now they're going to have Ryan Preece as a full-time driver, so that's 3 cars that are going to be full-time throughout the year. I imagine they're going to have a ton of great paint schemes. The third one, I wouldn't put Hendrick. I would not put Team Penske. They're a little bit hit or miss. Possibly 2311 because I love the Tyler Reddick paint schemes. And in Bubba Wallace, he has some great looking race cars too. That would probably be my third choice. It would probably be 2311. Those 3 teams. Because you have the Jordan brand cars. And then you have all the different rotation of sponsors that Bubba Wallace has. That'd be my top 3. Trackhouse, Roush, and 2311. At the top of my head. Maybe I'm missing an obvious team. But I just feel like Hendrick, Joe Gibbs Racing, and Penske, like, they'll have some insanely cool paint schemes, and then they pull up to the track with some average paint schemes, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So, that's all for now. Enough of me ranting. I apologize, guys. Love y'all. Have a blessed one, everybody. Thank y'all for watching. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.